And hello YouTube, I'm back yet again with some more progress on this little Telecaster build I am making. Here is the main body, which is coming along nicely actually. There's a few, it does look almost like it's made out of Lego on the end there, but you know, that's just from the various cuts of router depth. It's getting sanded at some point because I think I burned it a little bit on certain passes. But it's nice and smooth, I didn't get any tear outs. It's going to look pretty good, I think, once it's done. But the next thing I want to do, I'm quite eager to get done, so maybe I'm jumping ahead, maybe I should have done some sanding first, but I'm going to do it anyway, is the neck pocket. I've got a template here that I've duplicated using my router from another template, which I got in acrylic, so that's kind of my master template, and this is the one I've made out of that. I've given it a wider base so that the plunge router can travel over it a little straighter, and I don't have to worry about, you know, the angle changing. I've marked on the center line, so, and also you probably see on this guitar, I've marked the center line along here a bit stronger, and I've also marked how deep this needs to be, and that is 3 inches. So that's the line there that I need to line this up to. I've also got this scrap here. I've saved a few scraps from larger cuts from the edge of the blank block, and this is going to help here because what that's going to do is provide a little bit of stability. And I'm going to move that line there and line up the center line, and then this can just sit under there. So I'm going to tape all this shit up, and we're going to route down. But what I'm going to do first, and I wasn't sure whether to do this or not, I'm hoping it's correct, is I'm going to use a Forstner bit to take out the bulk of this material. So we're going to mark this up. Just give me a second here and get this nicely marked up. So I'm going to mark this. And then that's hitting the edge there, which is good because that's kind of what we want. Right, this should be fun. So there we've got that general neck pocket marked. Looking okay, we'll see. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut over to the drill press that I've got up here, you can probably see. And I've got this little Forstner bit, probably get a better view of it there. We're going to use that to take some of the bulk of the material out. I'm just going to go and check the depth actually. I'm going to make a note of it. I have made a note of the depth for that on of that way, 3 inches, but I need to make a note of the depth of the neck pocket because you do not want to go too deep on that. That's going to really affect the guitar. So, because I'm an idiot and I haven't Googled that yet, I'm going to pop off for a minute. I'm going to get the right numbers and make sure that I do this right. So, I'll be back in a second. We've got the Forstner bit here. I've kind of got it as close to that line as I'm willing to get it. I've also kind of hooked up the vac sort of nearby just because it tends to kick out a lot of wood last time I attempted this. And not on a neck pocket, just on some MDF even. So yeah, we're going to try and get this down anyway. And it should be fun. Oh, wish me luck. That has turned out relatively alright actually. A few little bits where it was getting slightly hairy, but I got it pretty close to the edges here. So we took out a lot of the material. It's not quite at the depth we need. I measured the drill press so that it only went at its most about the 15mm, and that was the very point of the press. So it's probably have to go a little deeper with the router. If anything's going to go wrong, it's probably going to go here or here. One of these bits is going to go ping and ruin the whole fucking job, but you know. Let's see how it goes next. Oh, alright, so we're going to get the router template on and we're going to see if we can get this neck pocket cleaned up. Alright, so this is where it's all going to go wrong probably. Let's just hope. Alright, so one thing to remember to do is to secure your actual workpiece to the fucking bench. Always a good idea. Just noticed at the last second there that, yeah, it started shifting and I went, whoa, right. Clamps, come on Josh, what did you buy all these stupid clamps for? You fucking moron. Surprisingly, it's all going quite well so far, but I need to do the final cut, which is 16mm deep exactly, and as I've written here, which is handy. So I'm going to have to kind of like, I don't know, I'm going to have to sort of drop the router in a bit, I don't know, we'll see anyway. I might just like stick it in the middle somewhere and just like set it, I might just set it running and drop it in the middle, and then I can sort of move over the edges from there. And I need to double check that the bearing is still catching on this edge. It's probably not that ideal, but I think it's just about okay. I think, maybe, we'll see. I'm going to be extra careful with this one, and just hope that I catch the bearing right. And what I've got here, just to try and get the height right, just to show you quickly, I've got this little router depth thing that I borrowed off my girlfriend's dad actually. It was nice of him to lend us, even though it's a little bit of kit, it's very useful. So I've got that set so that I can measure that depth, and it is exactly, well, it's actually exactly 29mm, but that's accounting for the 13mm depth of this MDF template that I'm using. But other than that, we should be, fingers crossed, okay. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so that's kind of okay, I guess. It needs a little modification, and this could do is smoothing out a tiny bit at the bottom maybe, and just maybe get a little sand or maybe a little file in there, just a little bit of, just to do it out. And there's this edge here. Oh, it's come off. Oh, okay. Ignore that, that never happened. Good. And this is pretty close really, so we'll probably like just saw into that a little bit and take it to about maybe here sort of area, so it's a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, I think it's bad. Should we see if a neck fits in? I've got a neck somewhere. Aha! And as if by magic, a neck. Actually, it's off my revelation because I took it off before I did the template, if anyone recalls. And here's the moment of truth. And it's not mega snug, but it's not totally shifting everywhere either. So, I mean, yeah, I can live with that, I think. The edge isn't perfect at this side. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I'll clean the corners up a touch. Just so it fits a little more snug at this end here. You can't really see very well on camera there. But, oh, that said, if I get a 22 fretter, we'll be fine because it'll just cover up my shitty lutherie. But for a first attempt, it's not bad. It could do with being a little tighter. Definitely. But only by like a fraction of a millimetre. But definitely it'll still work alright for the first project guitar. So there we go. Neck pocket routed. I don't know how well you can see there, but there is a little bit of an issue here. This is just a bit too, there's just a little ridge along there which just hasn't quite routed all the way. So I'm just going to gently sort of file that down. I'm also going to cut this off.
hopefully not going to be too demanding a task. Don't know why I'm using a diamond file, don't ask. Should use something a bit more appropriate for wood, but who gives a shit, right? Oh, you give a shit. Yes, of course you do. Right, okay. Fuck. Still a slight ridge. Not too much, as long as it... Why, that's a stupid way to use a file, Joshua. Right, then we've got this bit here, and I'm probably going to take this to about... Actually, I'm going to go measure it on my other one. I have another one here. Give me a second. It's about 21 mil. So it's actually about where I estimated it. It's where I thought it looked about right. So I'm just going to chop here with this hacksaw. Gently, hopefully. It'll probably just all come off here, but... And then I'll sort of round it off later. Yeah, just fell a bit. It's me whinging about Chinese craftsmanship, and here I am knacking it with a saw. Ah, it's come off. Hey! Right. Well, that's not very neat, so let's round it off a little. I'm going to get some proper woodworking rasps and saws. That's my next set of items to buy, just so you know. And then I'll learn how to actually use them. That might be interesting, mightn't it? Alright, and that's not perfect, but it's looking alright now. It's pretty neat, it's pretty flat in general. I'm probably going to sand this a little bit just to get a little bit of a... There's a couple little bits where my hands stick in there, but it's not... In general, it's pretty damn flat. And there we go. Just for the end here, I'm going to just show you that, the final product. There you go. It's, again, I keep calling it the final product in like every stage of its development, so that's stupid, but still, final for this video. We've got a neck pocket in there. Oh my god, it's like actually starting to become an actual... Look, I've got a neck. Look. And it actually fits, sort of. And look. Ow, motherfucker. Yes. Anyway, that's looking alright. We're going to do the pickup cavities next, I believe, but I'm going to have a little wait for those because I'm going to try and figure out how to do surface mount ones because I decided I really want surface mount pickups on this guitar because it's going to be metal as fuck for a Telecaster. Anyway, like, subscribe, you know the deal there. I'm off for a bath because, frankly, I stink of shite and my hair needs a wash. See you later.